Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great day today. So, I just got through, excuse me. Pardon me. I am so sorry. Drink of water. Mm, sorry about that. So, I just got through reacting to Foodie's latest video, the one where she talks about the new products that she's using to help her health. And near the end of the video, she did exactly what I knew she would do, because during the video, she was moving in that direction. Basically, the video was a product push. The whole thing was just one big infomercial pushing products from a company and urging people to use a link to sign up and buy stuff. So essentially, the company is an MLM. It is a pyramid scheme. It is a scam. And she's not doing this for free. She's not using these products just to help her health. Oh, no, no, the money is the motivation. It's always the motivation. When is money not the motivation? So, as you can imagine, it didn't take any time at all for everybody on Twitter and even the Kiwi farms to be all over this. And trust me, they're all over it. And I love it. So I'm going to share with you guys some cool stuff on Twitter, courtesy of all the wonderful, informative people on Twitter, as well as react to the video and give my thoughts. And I hope that you enjoy both. So why don't we just go over here to Twitter. And for anybody that wants to join me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. Let me see if I am where I need to be. There I am. Hello. Okay. So let's start here. A comment from Mr. Michael B. Petty. Michael says, Foodie Beauty last month. I am so disgusted that I am a Canadian. The West is full of nothing but deplorable sinners with no morals. Kuwait has the best of everything. Foodie Beauty today. I am a Canadian. The healthcare in Canada is the best, and I love paying my taxes. You know, there's an old saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Yes. Yes, when someone's in need, they will certainly be your friend. So there's Foodie with all those health problems, and she's very, very sick. And Kuwait is saying, no, we're not going to pay for all your health problems. You're not going to be a burden onto our healthcare system. Go back home. So now all of a sudden, Canada has the best healthcare system. A friend in need is a friend indeed. And trust me, she's in need of a lot. All right, so let's talk about this new company. This tweet has to do with that new company. And this from Dell on Earth saying, okay, Foodie Beauty, let's go. There's a ton of this stuff up for sale on eBay and Etsy. So what are the side effects of Feel Great Unimate? The Unimate 3-in-1. Each of these products provide useful benefits, but they're also accompanied by negative side effects. Energy crashes, sugar spikes, addiction, irritability, headaches. What? Hold on. That last one, addiction. Is that a good idea for someone who's already got problems with that? I don't think that's a good idea. That if you've got ongoing issues, you don't need to add one more. But energy crashes, sugar spikes, she's someone who's trying to control her blood sugar. So how would that be good for her? It wouldn't be good at all. And these are the things that are going to make her feel good, right? Right. Okay. The trauma nurse says, did you see Salah's cell was linked back to this company from March? The farmers posted the receipts. So they're talking about the Kiwi farmers. I'm telling you, the people on Kiwi farms, they don't waste any time. Something catches their interest and they're all over it. So isn't that interesting? That Salah's cell phone number was linked to that company all the way back then. I wonder if his buddy Murad is involved in this too. Kind of feels like it. Florida Salt and Sass says, on a serious note, MLMs are highly predatory, especially to struggling women. Please don't purchase items from them. They are They financially destroy people fighting to just get ahead while lining corporate pockets. That is absolutely true. There's a lot of people that they want a successful business. They want to be independent. They want to make more money. They want to do better. And the companies that are looking to get rich and make money know that. So they gear everything to prey on people like that, to play up to their dreams and their fantasies and try to present it like, oh, it's so easy to make money this way. Just buy a bunch of our products and then you find people and employ them under you and you get a share of what they make. It all sounds good on paper, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It's not good on paper. It's not good anywhere, because usually what ends up happening is the person who gets in contact with the company, they buy a bunch of products that they cannot sell. They can't find anyone to employ under them, and they're out a bunch of money. That's why they're called pyramid schemes, because it's all about your upline, right? Like the whole idea is one person has a bunch of people under them, and then they have people under them, and then people under them. And if you're at the top of the pyramid, you get a share of everybody's stuff. But if you're not at the top, well, then you're out a bunch of cash and you might go broke. Okay, Dell on Earth also says the farm's coming through with the facts. Salah is a scammy scammer. Unicity is the same MLM that was linked to Salah back when his phone number was doxed. Ooh. Ooh. Not good, Salah. You're leaving some tracks behind, sir. Book Lady says, still going to Canada. I guess she set her son up with an MLM first. He might have been involved with it all along, and we're just now hearing about it. Kind of sounds like this has been going on for a while, and now they're just bringing it to the forefront. Let's see. Oh, this screenshot saying, hey, Chantal, I just hope you check them out good and make sure they're legit. I have never heard of them, but if they work, that's awesome. I just hope it is okay with you having diabetes, and I'm glad you're going back to Canada to get your health in check if you are still going. She says, thanks, Angela. Yeah, I researched them well. When has Foodie ever researched anything beyond going to Google and quickly looking stuff up? You know, when it has to do with your health and being healthy and making sure you're putting the right things in your body, deep research should be a requirement. But she's not going to go that far because she doesn't care about her health. I researched them well and went to a convention. Anyone can Google them and see also. Not a scam like some companies are. I didn't have to give money, just bought the package I wanted. I am still planning on going to Canada. Oh, it's not a scam. I just gave the money. I bought their products. You idiot. You idiot. You went to a seminar, which I'm sure cost money, because I'm sure those seminars aren't for free. You had to pay some kind of entrance fee, so they got money from you that way. And then you bought a bunch of their products, which I'm sure were not cheap. So they made money off you twice, but it's not a scam. Although I do think that's hilarious. The biggest scammer on YouTube getting scammed. That's just funny. That's justice, actually. That is justice. I love that. I love that the most. Let's see. What else we got here? DX says their business model puts them pretty squarely into pyramid scheme territory. They are virtually zero sales outside the pyramid, and all members have to sign up for monthly auto shipments to qualify for commissions. So you start out $125 in the hole every month. The only way to make money is to sign up enough people to pay your $125. That's a pyramid scheme. Yep, that's the scam. Their primary products are in the quack science categories of detox and cleanse, both of which are giant piles of crap. Our bodies detox themselves just fine. That's what our liver and kidneys are for. Any claim that some pill or other supplement will help detox your body is an out-and-out lie. There is no such thing. Cleanse just means laxatives, and you shouldn't use laxatives on a regular basis. It's very unhealthy. and laxatives are cheap at the drugstore anyway. When I see the words detox and or cleanse, I'm going to nope right the F out. Well said. Well said. But yeah, you pretty much just laid it out. That is how a pyramid scheme is run. You set up a company, you basically put a hype to it. You make it seem like it's a fairly safe way to make a lot of money, make it seem simple when it's not. Have people sign up, they buy a bunch of products, and then every month with the auto ship, they're guaranteed you're making money just off of that. And their job is to take those products and sell them to other people and find other people to recruit underneath them. And most of the time, they don't find anybody or not as many people. But they still have the auto shipments coming in, which is, taking money out of their pocket. So the company is making money off of those auto shipments and the initial buy-in, but the people that are trying to make money never do. Libra Lae says, I have chronic fatigue that I can sleep for hours and hours and hours. But last week you were saying you don't sleep because you are such a light sleeper. Huh? Make up your mind, maybe? Okay, oops, I jumped ahead. Sorry. This is from Clover. Clover says, Unicity, huh? Well, I searched around for their income disclosures, and apparently the average earnings in a year is $4K. Half of their distributors made $130. This is USD, of course. Chantal, get ready to make some real cash. Well, I'm going to make a prediction. So Chantal just made that video. And of course, some of the Beezers, they're going to believe her BS and they want to support her. So they will sign up on that link that she's put out and they'll buy the products. She might make a little bit of money to start with, but after about a week, she's going to abandon it. She just wants that initial first paycheck and then she's going to be out of there. But isn't that sad? The average earnings is $4,000 and half the distributors make $130. That's nothing to live on, Chantal. Okay, Foodie Beauty. This is from Hidden Truths. Foodie Beauty. I did some research for her new food infomercial and its cost. This product comes with individual sachets that need to be mixed with water prior to consumption and cost $109 for one box. Wow. That's a lot of money. And what's worse, she spent money on something and she's not going to stick with it. Just burning through your money, Foodie. You're an idiot. You're such an idiot. Maybe you spent that money on those products thinking, oh, I'll just do a little infomercial video acting like I care about my health, but I'm going to make like 4, 5, 6 grand off of that. Well, guess what? You're not going to. We all see through your nonsense and we're not falling for it. And anybody who's on Foodie side, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. I don't know if y'all have heard that saying, but it's been around a while and it applies here. It really applies here. And I've also heard that a lot of the people that this company recruits to sell these products are obese. So if it's a product for weight loss and it's good for weight loss, why are the people who are promoting it obese? Like, there really is no weight loss here. Okay, this is from MC. Joining Unicity International. Basic affiliate membership to Unicity International is $40. New affiliate can also buy a series of packs when joining the company, ranging in price from $217 for a Get Slim Now core pack. That looks like what Foodie's got right there, to $6,900 for a healthcare professional options pack. Almost $7 grand for that. Each of these packs attributes sales volume to the new affiliate purchasing them, which in turn is used to qualify them for commissions and generate commissions for their upline. So basically what the company is doing is they're saying the more you buy from us, the higher ranking you have. So the ranking is determined by you basically buying the ranking yourself. But it looks like what Foodie has, like the slim pack, she paid $270 for. You know what, Foodie? You could have used that $217 on healthy food, real healthy food, not supplements, none of that, healthy food, and it would have worked just fine. Hidden Truth says Foodie Beauty side effects of Unicity products may include hunger and cravings during fasting periods, digestive discomfort such as bloating, gas, or changes in a bowel movement, energy crashes, sugar spikes, addiction, irritability, headaches. How is that supposed to make someone feel good? It sounds like it's a whole lot of everything you don't want, and you're paying a lot of money for it. Like, no, thank you. Okay, now this tweet from Perfectly Imperfect. Scam Foodie Beauty. Here's what a doctor cardiologist has to say about this product. Don't waste your money. So I followed the link, and there's a channel. His name is Dr. Is it Alo? A-L-O. I'll tell you guys what. I will post the link for that video in the description if you want to watch it, because this gentleman, he details why it's a scam and why it won't work. Just talking about it. I can't show the video here because of possible copyright, but I'll post it in the video description if you guys want to watch it, about why it is nothing but a total scam. And even this guy says, don't buy into it. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of horse crap. And I believe him. Cowboy Dog says, Biatch, I've never felt so embarrassed for someone in my life. Unicorn Pine Tree Pondu says the link tree for her MLM is in her husband's name. Well, this seems 100% legit and not suspicious at all. No, not at all. Seems legit to me. You know, because everything that Foodie does is legit, right? Okay, are we done here? Is that all? Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's okay. Because I got to get going with the other stuff. All right. So we're going to go over to her video, and we're going to start a few minutes in. We're going to get past all the Scameo crap, because I'm not watching that. No, no thanks. I'll pass. I'm not going to get a Scameo from Foodie, so why do I care? Let me just pull her up. There she is. And we're starting things out with her getting Taco Bell. Oh, no. She gets some Taco Bell. Foodie, you can't even keep anything straight. Oh my God. You know, you do a video where you're talking about health products and these things help me feel full. This will help control my appetite. I've got energy. And then you turn around and, oh, sorry. And you're eating fast food. You are eating fast food. So, I mean, if I were the owner of a company and you were a representative of mine, I would have to fire you. You know, because you're not giving the company a good name. You're supposed to be representing healthy living, and this is not healthy living. I love you, Booker. I know, but you got to get out. I got to react. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to give my thoughts. Let's get to, shall we?
About to have dinner. I ordered from a taco place, and I got a build-a-bowl. So, yeah, Mexican bowl. I don't know how much I'm going to eat because I feel kind of full from the slim.
Well, you should have stopped at the kind of full then, because you don't need to be like bloated. You don't need to be over full, Foodie. That's always been your problem, being over full and doing too much. You just sat there and said in another video that you got energy and you feel great, blah, 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 blah. And then directly after that, you're eating this. So the vibe that you're putting out right now is, yeah, I'm going to take these health products and I'm going to use some maybe. But essentially what you're doing is you're still trying to find a way to indulge in things that really you should not be indulging in at all. You're still trying to find a way to include the thing that you're addicted to in with what you're doing to make yourself better. And the end result is you will never get better. You're still trying to find a way to indulge in your addiction. Last night, I was watching the movie Doctor Sleep. For those who have never seen it, it's basically like a sequel to the movie The Shining. And there was a part in there that I will never forget. And the part was somebody saying, talking about addiction, the man takes a drink, the drink takes a drink, and then the drink takes the man. That's essentially how addiction works. It starts out in a place where you're in control, and then over time, the control shifts over to where it controls you. So in Foodie's case, Foodie eats a burrito, the burrito eats the burrito, and then the burrito is eating Foodie. If you want to break addiction, you have to get away from the addiction, and you have to get away from the temptation from the addiction. You can't have it in your face. You can't bring it in your home. You can't indulge just a little bit. Anybody who's ever drank knows that one drink is not enough and one drink is too much. With you, Foodie, one burrito is not enough and one burrito is too much. Even if you are taking diet supplements, because once you get started on one thing, you're not going to stop.
Balance I took from Unicity. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out for what I'm taking. But yeah, I feel pretty not too starving, which is good. So took a bit of the edge off because I went.
So what are you doing? Is this your way of saying, I was a good girl, I took my supplements, now I can overindulge in the fast food? Is that the reasoning here? Is that the thinking? That you have found a way to still include the bad with the good, so that makes it even? It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
I was hungry. So this, yeah. This is a taco place. Yalla! Oh my gosh. Remember when I used to get those gigantic mucho burritos?
Well, knowing you, Foodie, you probably have 2 burritos in there. You probably have a backup burrito. Back that burrito up. Listen, we know you. You have backup sandwiches and backup pizzas. Why wouldn't you have a backup burrito? It's probably on the floor next to you and we're not going to see it, but you're going to act like you just ate part of a burrito. Well, let's just say on a devil's whim that you do eat just part of a burrito. The thing is, the part that you didn't eat is still in the house. It's there next to you. The golden rule about if you have a food problem, you got to get the temptation out of harm's reach. If you can reach out and touch it, if it's in the kitchen, if it's in the pantry, if it's on the table, too close. You got to get it out of the house. Give it to somebody. Lock it in a safe. Put it in a car. Throw it down the street. You can't have it near you, because if it's near you, you're going to eat it. So don't give me that crap of, I'm just going to eat half of this now. Girl, who are you talking to? One addict cannot lie to another. Somebody who's still there cannot lie to somebody who was once there. I see you. You can't BS me. I know what you're up to. You're going to keep that food in the house. You got backup food. And if you run out and you get hungry and it's 12 o'clock midnight, you know what you're going to do. You're going to get on that phone and you're going to order more food, or you're going to have Salah go get it. And isn't it funny, y'all? Isn't it just funny? Isn't it weird that she did her video talking about going back to Canada, and just like clockwork, Salah went out and got her food. She got her fast food. She got her way. When she threatens to go back to Canada, suddenly she pops up with fast food. Her manipulation works on him that way, I guess.
Oh, come on. Why do they always charge you an arm and a leg for guac and then give you this much? What is wrong with these people? I'm kidding. Endless
No, she's not.
choices. Actually, they did have pretty good choices there.
Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Please don't sit there and complain about the cost of guacamole when you sat there and spent hundreds of dollars on diet products and health supplements that'll probably not help you because you're still eating the fast food. You just sat there and spent like $300 or $400 on these products from this scam company. And you're going to complain about guacamole. No.
Let's see. Whoa. I asked for spicy, so they put a lot of hot sauce. That makes sense. Okay. I have a Tupperware. I always say Tupperware, even though I've never actually had Tupperware. It's like Kleenex, brand name stuff. So I'm going to put the rest in the Tupperware if I can't finish it. I'm going to see how this like really works for real. This balanced slim stuff, how much it fills me up and how much I can eat. I wasn't able to finish my...
So basically it sounds like you're testing the waters. You took the diet supplements. You got the fiber stuff going on in your belly. You're testing the water, see how much you can still eat. Lord. An addict who still wants to be an addict will never, ever, ever break their addiction because you're still trying to find a way to continue rather than stop. Still trying to find that shortcut. Hey, it's your funeral.
I had a small lunch, mostly the cottage cheese and mustard kind of stuff. But a fair wind blows. Okay, so I have also some chipotle, like cilantro lime sauce. Let's try that out on the lettuce. Mix everything together. Guacamole. I was craving avocado, like, actually smells really yummy. Avocado.
Look how excited she is. She didn't have this reaction for the stuff she was doing earlier. Look how literally excited she is. She just can't wait to sink into it. Can't wait to get her fix. And that's exactly what this is, her fix. She's doing her fix on camera in full view of the public. That's part of the buzz for her. Getting her fix in front of everybody and getting paid for it.
I have like chunks of avocado in it. Yummy, yum, yum. All right, let's try this. All right. This chair, poor chair. You got junk in your trunk. So this has Mexican rice, black beans, mixed peppers and onions, cheese, sour cream, grilled chicken, lettuce, I already said black beans. Okay, let me mix it like this. So this is not really a mukbang, I guess, because I'm not going to really be showing you a lot of the food. I'm just going to eat and talk.
Well, the things you were doing before really weren't mukbangs to begin with. It was just a watch me eat video. That's all you do are watch me eat videos. You sit down with some food, you stuff your face. When you're done, you say, I have nothing to say, and then you're gone. So I don't think you've ever done true mukbangs.
About things on my mind. So yeah, this program, these supplements I'm trying out, just new thing.
Yeah, can we speak about that for a minute? How could Salah take her to a seminar and get all these products and then turn around and be cool with her doing this? I mean, make it make sense. I mean, two things that don't go together, like health products and fast food. How can he sit there and go through all that of taking her to a seminar? They buy like $200, $300, $400 in products, and then turn around and take her and get fast food. I don't get it.
I've been wanting some. It's messy with the hot sauce. Lay off. Stained. Oh, stained. I'll have to wash my hands. That's okay. Get some lettuce there. Some pico. Oh yeah, it has pico. Beauty bite. Mmm. Wow. Instantly delicious. I'm craving the lettuce chicken and guacamole the most. What do you guys
Yeah, well, then why'd you order all that? If you were craving just those things, why'd you order all of that?
get on your burrito bowls? Like, what's a must have for you? Mmm. That's really nice. Um, so yeah, I have a new health problem now. It never ends. I swear when
You know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you have a new health problem, go to somebody that can treat you and that can help you. Don't come to YouTube. Don't tell us about your health problems. We don't care. There might be people in your own audience, they have health problems, or they have emotional issues or mental issues, but they deal with them. They go to the correct people and get help for their problems. You don't. Nobody wants to hear your health problems, Fraudy. Not when you're getting on YouTube and doing crap like this. How can you sit there and complain about your health problems at the same time you're eating fast food and making yourself worse? Save it for somebody who cares.
they say when you one day you just when you're growing up, you just think, I'll never get that disease. I'll never get that disease. That won't be me. Yeah, don't neglect your health, guys. Okay. Don't do it.
You mean, don't be me. Don't be Fraudy. Because Fraudy is a cautionary tale. She's a walking, talking, breathing cautionary tale of this is what you could turn into if you live your life without morals or values or rules. And you have no boundaries. When you have no soul, you are spiritually, morally bankrupt. This is what you could turn into. This is what greed can turn you into. She's the walking definition of money can't buy happiness. I once saw a meme online that I'll never forget. And it said, some people are so broke, all they have is money. That's Fraudy to a T, because all she's got is that paycheck. She literally has nothing else.
I'm telling you right now, if you are in your teens, late teens, early 20s, just take care of your health. So now I'm taking I don't know what I did to my back. I hurt my back. I think it's sciatica because it runs down my leg. And it's
She's lying. She's lying. She does not have sciatica pain. You want to know how I know? Because I've had it. And when you have sciatica pain, trust me, you know. Anybody's ever had it, trust me, you know what I'm talking about. It hurts. You have this searing lightning bolt pain that goes from your lower back down your leg. And it doesn't take much to make that happen. It is so painful. It is so bad. I had to deal with sciatica pain once for 3 weeks, and it was so awful. that I couldn't even roll on my side of bed without, catching my breath. You just the slightest movement, you're like, it's like that. It's just that bad. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So she's claiming to have sciatica pain. I don't see her wincing. I don't see her face scrunched up. Liar.
My lower back, like right at the beginning of your hips here. And the only thing that makes it feel really good, actually, stretching does help. Yeah.
And isn't it funny? She and Salah went to this seminar, right? I would think somebody with sciatica pain couldn't do that, walk around like that. So they went to the seminar just fine, but all of a sudden she's got sciatica pain.
But that initial getting up is like, it's so bad. Sometimes I can't even walk. So I had to get something for it.
Fraudy, you'll make any excuse not to walk. You don't walk anyway. You sit on the couch or you sit on the floor. You don't do anything.
Advil wasn't working. Massaging, Salah massaging, it helps.
Does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe that Salah actually massaged her? Because I don't. No.
But I'm trying Rofenac, diclofenac sodium, and Myocalm. This is this has like some kind of herb in it. I don't know, it makes me sleepy. So I take it before bed. What does it have?
Ma'am, your body is not a cocktail glass. You're taking 3 medications now. And you're going to add these on top of it. And I bet you didn't do any research about how any of them would mix together. You're an idiot.
I don't know. Anyway. So now, yeah, that happened to me. I mean, I think it's sciatica, but also I think I pulled up my back because I kind of felt a crack when I bent down to grab a case of water.
Fraudy, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually shocked, stunned that you haven't had any kind of back problems up until now. I mean, it's amazing to me that you are 5 feet tall, you are over 500 pounds, most of your weight is in the front, which would make your body imbalanced. And the back is very sensitive. It doesn't take much to mess it up, to pinch a nerve, to make your back out of alignment. I'm actually quite surprised that nothing major has happened to your back until now. If sciatica is the only thing that you've had happen to you, you're extremely lucky.
So I was like, I told you to let me grab the water. The heavy things, but
I don't. Now I know you're lying. So you mean to tell me, Fraudy, that you try to pick up a pack of water from the floor? Y'all picture that. Fraudy, who, and I'm not trying to be rude here, I'm just thinking of physics, all right? Fraudy is more round than she is tall, but she's got her belly in front of her and she's got those short arms. I just can't see Fraudy having the strength or the stamina or the balance with a weight in front to reach down and pick up a pack of water from the floor and be able to hold onto it securely. I just can't see it. That's not working for me.
I didn't listen, and here we are today.
Wipe your mouth.
Sorry for the sloppiness.
No, you're not. You did that for the feedy people. Tell the truth. And that's another reason why I knew you weren't going to stick with the health stuff, because the feedies don't like that. They don't want to see you or anybody else they watch eat healthy food. It's all about the most greasy, processed, oily, fatty, cheesy, whatever it is you can shove into your maw. That's what they enjoy. That's what they tune in for. And that's your bread and butter, those feedy people. I knew you weren't going to stop catering to them.
So I want to apologize. I want to own it for talking negatively. I don't know if I talk negatively about the healthcare system in Canada. I think it was more the large amount of taxing. Um, but if we get healthcare, like Canada does have pretty good healthcare. Like I have to pay for most things here, and I think I took that for granted a bit because like I'm gonna need a lot of healthcare when I go back.
So what's the plan? What's the plan when you go back to the Western world that you condemn so much? You're in Kuwait, and because you're not a Kuwaiti citizen, you can't take advantage of their health care. And they said so. So now, with all of your health problems, you're going to go back to Canada and be a burden on their healthcare system. You're talking up Canada because you need the Canadian healthcare system to take care of you now that you've made yourself extremely ill. So suddenly there's an appreciation for your home country when there wasn't before. Fraudy. Funny how you only appreciate things when you need them, but when you don't need them, then you throw them away.
I know that people think I'm not paying taxes. Actually, I am paying back my taxes. CRA is pretty good with like, working with you with that. But also, I've paid into taxes like my whole life. I worked since I'm like 16. So,
Wait a minute. Foodie, you did an entire video detailing your work history. And I watched it and I reacted to it. And according to what you said, according to you giving up your own working history in that video, you said that pretty much with all the jobs you've worked in your life, you either got fired or laid off or you quit. Because you didn't like the hours, you didn't want to go in the morning, you had a problem with somebody. Your work history sucks. And when is the last time you worked a regular job? It's been years. So you don't have any good credit that way. Been on YouTube for what, 5, 6 years? You don't have a good work history. You got nothing to fall back on.
and I'm a Canadian citizen. I have a right to healthcare.
No. This is where you got it messed up. You're a Canadian citizen, true. But you don't have the right to anything. It's a privilege, not a right. And it was one that you abused when you were in Canada. You were using Canada's healthcare system for content. Running to the ER when you got in trouble with everybody on YouTube. And now that you're terribly sick, now that you're super morbidly obese with a raging case of diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, enlarged liver, enlarged heart, and everything else in between, now you're going to go back there and try to take advantage of their healthcare system. And I hope that the wise people in Canada catch on to you and say, no, Chantal, no.
I need to stop addressing negative comments, I know. But whatever. So, but yeah, like I'm going to go back to Canada to take advantage of the healthcare.
There you have it, folks. There it is. I'm going back to Canada to take advantage of the healthcare system. Boy, you sound awful saying that. You sound really awful. You entitled, privileged brat. You, ma'am, you're on YouTube and you make more than enough money to pay for your issues and your problems and your own care. But rather than do that, you go back to your home country just so you can take advantage of the healthcare. The healthcare that you didn't appreciate, now that you need it, now you're going to go back there and take advantage of it. You're a jerk.
And get the help I need, just not give up. I think I got overwhelmed because you have to kind of advocate for yourself with healthcare in Canada, for like, especially for mental health. You have to really be persistent.
And let me just make this clear, so we are clear. If you're someone, anyone, and you need help, mental help, emotional help, psychological help, healthcare, if you need help, get the help. That's what it's for. I don't like the tone of what she's saying. Do you understand? I don't like her take advantage attitude. It's rubbing me all the wrong way. Because that's who Fraudy is, and that's what she's always done. Just take advantage of people, places, things, and situations. The healthcare system in Canada, I'm sure it's there to assist people in need, truly in need. Fraudy has abused her body for years. She willingly let it happen. And she didn't care the consequences. And now that she's arrived at the place that she's at, suddenly she's going to make what's wrong with her everybody else's issue. Everybody else has to pay for it. I don't think that's right.
The psych ER, if you're from Ottawa, you'll know the psych ER at the hospitals are just, they're so overloaded that, like, I waited for like hours in a crisis. And then I was told by the doctor, I felt like I was dismissed. I told this story before, like when it happened. And like I was having a mental health crisis at the time.
And that's the Fraudy attitude. She wants to be first in line, or if there's other people in line, they should just step aside and let her move to the front of the line because she's important and nobody else is. So you are having a crisis. What about everybody else in line that wants to be seen? Maybe their issues were more severe than yours. They don't matter? They're not important? No, your attitude is always, it's all about me. I'm Fraudy Beauty. I'm hotter than 90% of the people on YouTube. I'm a celebrity. No, you're not. No, you're not. Her attitude is disgusting. Disgusting. She wants the care, but anybody else who wants care, you don't matter, and she does.
I was so fed up with like all my addictions. So he referred me to, like, I think that might have been the time that I was referred to outpatient. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. But getting full. The balance powder drink is actually, I think it's working because I'm like, because normally I could eat this for sure, but I'm getting pretty full actually. And I'm not going back there to bees in the same way.
If you cared about your health, given all your issues, you wouldn't bees at all. So you're saying you're not going to bees in the same way, meaning you're still going to bees. And we know what the word bees means. It means misbehaving. Fraudy, I'm telling you, again, you don't stand a chance. You've been like a bird in a cage for over a year in Kuwait, away from some of your temptations. You've been dry, not in recovery, dry. There's a difference. Recovery means you can be around your temptations and they're not a temptation anymore. And you've got coping mechanisms and coping skills that if you feel tempted, you can say no and you can turn away. You don't have coping mechanisms and coping skills. You got nothing. The only thing that has kept you from the rugs in Kuwait is the fact that you couldn't openly get them in Kuwait. But you're going to go back to Canada, surrounded by dispensaries, surrounded by Burger Kings and McDonald's and Pizza Huts and Starbucks. And Salah's not going to be there to stop you. And you're going to use him as an excuse to indulge. You're going to tell your beezers, I'm depressed, I'm sad, that's why I'm doing this. I'm sorry, guys, but just understand I'm in a bad place. And the beezers are going to say, we get it, Foodie. And they're going to enable you because you're going to make them feel some kind of way. And that will give you leeway to just keep going. As soon as you get off that plane, it's a done deal. It really is. You won't even make it out of the airport, girl. You're going to get off that plane when you do come home, smelling that fast food, and you'll stop right there in the airport and indulge. Then on to the Starbucks, also in the airport. Then on to the dispensary. That is, unless Natter comes to see you or you go to see him. And then you'll buy party favors from him because I'm sure he's missed you, you know, because he was making some good coin off of you since you were buying rugs from him. I'm sure he'd love to have you back. Have you paying his bills and his phone and his internet and buying the Adonis, buying the groceries. That's the person you want to be with anyway, not Salah. You're with Salah just to try to get to Natter. Trying to teach him a lesson. Didn't work. All you did was make yourself sick. Trust me, if you're not in recovery, you're not in recovery. You're still a raging addict. And you're going to go wild. Really, really wild. And I just have this feeling, Foodie, honestly, that you're going to be worse than you've ever been. You're going to go over the edge real quick. And it might get serious. Real serious.
In fact, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break when I get there.
What does that mean? I'm going to take a little bit of a break when I get there. To do what? What does that mean? I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm just going to not be on camera so I can party hard like it's 1999. Just go wild with my temptations and nobody's ever going to know. That's what it sounds like to me.
And unwind and settle in.
Well, we know how you unwind. With food, with a little bit of liquor, some shatter beers, some gummy bears. Oh, yeah. That's how you unwind. Tell the truth, Foodie. You already have it in your mind. You already have it planned that when you go to Canada, you're going to get more effed up than you've ever been. And you don't want anybody to see. Because you don't want to hear it from your beezers. And you don't want the reaction channels to know that they were right. That all the people saying that when you go back to Canada, that you were going to get effed up, they were right. Because you can't stomach that thought. Anybody else being right and you being wrong, even though you're wrong all the doggone time. If you knew what was right, you wouldn't be effed up to begin with.
Because I want to talk to a doctor about the weight loss surgery process. And it can take
Forget that. No. You can go talk to him about the weight loss process, about WLS. You're not going to get approved. You will not. Oh, no, you will not. You can't go through 2 weeks of a liquid diet. No. And the psych evaluations and being on a diet, you can't do none of that. And you got a lot of health problems that would make you high risk to even put you on the table. And that's not even counting your problem with food. Foodie. All the surgery can do is make your stomach smaller, but it cannot cage, nor get rid of, nor kill off the bee monster that's raging like Godzilla in your head. Let's imagine it for a minute. That you did go through the surgery and you made it off the table by some miracle. That monster is still alive in your head and it's hungry. And you're going to want to eat and eat and eat. And if your stomach is the size of a teacup, all you're going to do is make yourself vomit or make your stomach explode. You're going to rupture your stomach. That's why doctors who do that kind of surgery won't do it on patients who have BED still active. That's why you got to go through all those hurdles. Stop looking for a quick fix to the problem. It took you 5 years to get here. It's going to take time to fix it, you fool. Quit it. Quit it. Stop talking about weight loss surgery. It ain't going to happen. Do things the right way if you care. Take care of your health the way that everybody's been telling you to do. Eat healthy, exercise, drop some of that weight so you can move better. Or not. Go back to Canada and do what you did before. The result will be a lot worse.
A year and a half. Sometimes it can take a while. Months and months. It depends. I might be able to skip the sleep study part because I'm already being treated for sleep apnea, which will help.
You know what she sounded like? Hold on. Wait. Rewind. Didn't Amberlynn Reed do this crap? I think she did. I've reacted to Amber before. And she was trying to do the same thing that Foodie is talking about doing. Trying to find ways to kind of like get through the steps and do the minimum so they would approve her for surgery, and she never got approved. Sounds like Foodie's got the same plan.
Because it's like months in between appointments. And then, I'm nervous that I won't be psychologically ready. So I do want to see.
You're not ready. Look, you're not ready. You're not ready. But maybe you've got it in your head that you think that you're so clever and so manipulative that you'll fool the doctors and you'll fool the nurses. And let me just tell you, that ain't going to happen either. You don't think they've dealt with some liars? You don't think they're going to be able to tell that you're lying? That you're not being honest? They'll tell. They'll know. You're not going to get your way, Foodie. You're not. And honestly, you shouldn't even try. You shouldn't. You know you're not ready. You got a problem with food. It's out of control. It's insane. You need inpatient. That's what you need. You don't need bariatric surgery. You need inpatient. That should be your first concern in your first visit. Not to get your stomach stapled or the lap band.
A therapist on the side or something. I don't know. I'm going to look into the resources. With the Canadian Mental Health Association, maybe they have something, a program. I'm just going to basically really not give up. This is going to be my main goal, is to get healthy, and nothing is happening to the relationship with Salah and I, and I'm going to miss my cat.
You think so? You think so? I like your confidence because it won't be there for long. Because if you go home to Canada, he's going to drop you like a hot potato. He's waiting, Foodie. He's waiting. He's got somebody on the side. He's waiting for you to get on that plane so he can cut the cord. Because that's the safest way to do it. He's waiting. You are not his main squeeze. You are simply a stepping stone to getting what he really wants. There is something happening between you and Salah. And the something is the two of you had some sort of financial agreement between the two of you that you would do certain things for him and he would do certain things for you. And all was understood. And maybe you got your heart and your emotions mixed up where they shouldn't have, but that's on you. But you, being on YouTube, you created an arc, and now you have to find a way to end it without looking like an idiot. So this is your out. Talking about your health problems. I'm going back to Canada to fix them. And then I'm already predicting it, y'all. She's going to go home to Canada when that happens. And then in the middle of that, suddenly something's going to happen between her and Salah, and she's going to freak out. And that will be the official end of the arc. But in every story, the narcissist has to be either the hero or the victim, or both. So that's how she's going to spin it.
It's so bad because, hey, don't. She just like reached up to the cage of Howie, and she's never left in here with him alone. And he's like swatting her.
And that's another thing. So when you go home to Canada, what's going to happen to the hamster and the cat? Who's going to take care of them? Because I don't think Salah's going to do it. See, this is why everybody on YouTube has a problem with you. You'll take in an animal, but you won't take care of an animal. You neglect your pets and you abandon them. You had neglected BBJ and Sam. They didn't get proper care until they were away from you. Then you went to Kuwait. You picked up the hamster. You picked up the cat. And now you're going to be leaving Kuwait and leaving them behind. And Julia is looking about almost in the same condition as BBJ. Not quite as bad, but she still looks neglected. So if you were using Julia to try to put out this picture that you're a good pet owner, you failed. You failed. You're neglecting her now. And when you go back to Canada, you are essentially abandoning her and abandoning the hamster. So good job, Chantal. You didn't just hurt and abandon 2 pets. You abandoned 4. Moron.
Matter. Anyway, she loves me so much. Like, she sticks to me like glue. Like glue. I'm definitely the preferred parent here.
Keep thinking that. And that thing you just said about she loves me. You know, it's funny you say that because you said the exact same thing about BBJ and Sam. They love me. But you don't say, I love them. It's all about they love me. Now you're saying that about Julia. She loves me. But do you love her? You know you don't. Because if you loved her, you would take care of her. You would brush her and make sure she's not matted. You would take her to get vaccinated. You would take her to get spayed. You would take care of her nails. None of that's being done. You would feed her properly. Same thing with the hamster. Take care of him too. You're talking about going to Canada, but no mention of what's going to happen to them when you leave. Good pet owner you are.
I wonder if it's because I pick her up and carry her around and sing, "Who's this wonderful
Stop singing.
girl?"
Stop. Please, no. La, 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 la. I don't want to hear her. I don't want to hear her sing. No.
Good.
Oh, God, no. Please don't. No, my ears. Look, Fraudy, I already have tinnitus in both ears. I got ringing in the ears. I don't need your horrible voice in there, too. Quit it.
Baby.
Stop. No, I can't. No. No. Stop it.
Cuter.
What up, Fraudy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Say hi, Beezers.
you know, I feel so bad for Julia. She is such a pretty cat and she deserves better. And it's so unfortunate that she happened to cross paths with this beast. You poor baby. You poor, poor baby.
What? Pity you. Anyways, I think that's all I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna
All I can eat on camera.
put this in a Tupperware, a container, not Tupperware brand, but a container, and put it away. Maybe Salah will eat it later.
As if he'd ever eat after you. As if. He knows better than to touch your food. He's not going to eat your food and then you get mad at him and throw a temper tantrum and make him go out at 3 in the morning to go get more. He's not that stupid.
Maybe I will. I don't know, but I'm trying not to eat at night. Sometimes I'm not
You're
successful.
not trying hard enough because if you were really trying, you would take all the temptation foods out of the house or lock them up somehow. That's trying. Having the temptation foods out like that, not trying.
At that, so I feel full.
We'll give it about an hour. We'll see what happens.
Hey, if this stuff works, that would be awesome.
Yeah, she would consider that a victory. Taking the supplements, making herself feel half full. At the same time, she gets to eat her fast food. She's still an addict indulging in her addiction because there's really no win there. This is not a win-win situation. It's a win-lose situation. And if you win halfway, that means later you're going to lose all the way.
Well, at least I know the Unimate does. It gives me more alertness, and I don't feel as fatigued. And actually, I've been like doing laundry. I've been cleaning up more. Something I struggle with motivation to do because I'm always so tired. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for having dinner with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Get out of here. Just go away, Chantal. What are the comments? I want to know the comments. Okay, shut up, Foodie. All right. What do we got here? I want to see the comments. Where they at? Oldies girl says, danged if she does and danged if she doesn't. Let's see. Joanna says, being an active diabetic, this is the most horrible processed food you can have. Make your own food. Watch videos on diabetic foods, what to eat and how much to consume. Like I've said before, sugar, flour, any processed food, spike the sugar. Talking from experience, down almost 50 pounds. Congratulations. I'm not trying to be mean, just giving you my experience. Listen, there's an old saying, don't toss pearls before swine. And she is a locale. So, you are throwing jewels at someone who doesn't appreciate them. You mean well, but she's not going to take your words and listen and, jot them down in memory and do something with them. What else we got here? Okay, Escaping Reality Official says, I had weight loss surgery back in 2012, and it was the worst thing I did and put me years behind where I should be today. I even have private health care. The best doctor weight loss surgery can buy, but they did nothing to help the real problem, which was my brain. Well, that's because they can't. Because all that weight loss surgery does is reduce your stomach size. They can work on you physically, but they can't work on you mentally or emotionally or psychologically, which is where the problem is at. If you don't sort mentally out, it won't work for you. So many people think it's a quick and easy fix, but it's no faster or easier. True. True. Someone who's got BED, thinking they can get weight loss surgery and that will fix it. That's like having back problems and then going to get your knee bandaged. You know, you got problem in one area, but then getting an opposite area treated. It's not going to work. You're not fixing what's really broken. Okay, what else do we have here? All right. Tanea says, Chantal, I've waited 3 years to even be seen at a weight loss clinic in Canada and a year of the whole drama to prepare myself. If you want, I will somehow send you the large book they give you. It has diets and very important info how to prepare yourself, just an offer. So this person's been waiting 3 years to even be seen. So I guess there's a long waiting list. It's going to be a while, foodie. It's going to be a while. Let's see. Just Dawn says, hold up. I specifically remember months ago people telling you to stay in Canada because of free health care. Now you realize the chat was right? Or will Kuwait not extend your visa? Food for thought. It could be the fact that they're kicking her out of Kuwait and she can't renew her visa in Kuwait. So she's got to make up an excuse of, well, I'm going to go home because of my health. She never cared about her health until now. But she's got to make it look like I'm not being kicked out. That's not the reason. I'm going home because I want to, not because I have to. You know, that's the narc in her. Sarah says, you're only happy when you have food. Very sad. Well, that's because she's a food addict. And the only joy in her life is food. And if she wants to break away from her addiction, she's going to have therapy, lots of therapy. But she's also got to find something or a group of things that give her just as much happiness and joy as food. And for Foodie, that's going to be a really tall order because food is so important in her life. She's so hyper fixated on it. She's got to find something that she can hyper fixate on that's not harmful. That's going to be a huge task for her if she even gets started with that. So Nutty says, will you be taking Julia back to Canada with you? She says, no. Salah will care for her. She's also his, but I will miss her. I'm already freaking out about it. No, she's not freaking out. She's not crying. And I seriously doubt Salah is going to keep the cat. Poor Julia will probably go back out on the street. That makes me sad to say that. It makes me very, very sad. It sucks. It absolutely sucks that Julia was used for content and now she's not useful for content. She'll be back out on the street. The poor baby. Salah, don't be a jerk. Find her an owner. Let's see. So that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.